What's up, beautiful people? You already know what time it is. You are listening to the Tommy Talk Show. Hopefully you all are doing amazingly well, and we have an amazing show for you today that you do not want to miss, so do not change that station. Don't put your hand on that dial. You want to hear what we have to share today. Thank you for joining us. I am your host, T.W. Suggs, also known as Tommy Wilson Suggs, but we'll just leave that out of there. I am T.W. Suggs, your host, and listen to what we have to share today. Today's conversation is celebrating and supporting our young black men. Today's conversation is celebrating and supporting our young black men. And if you are watching us right now, you can see that we have a studio full of black men, older black men, younger black men, however we want to categorize ourselves, the old heads, the young heads, whatever. Black men, can y'all make some noise for me in here, please? Yo, young men, come on, make some noise.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah. We were struggling right there for a little bit. There was a little struggle, but it's all right. It's all right. We're going to make it through this job. So listen, as you all know, before we hop into the conversations, before we do everything we need to do, I always start off with, at the beginning of the month, I always start off with June or whatever month it is. I start off with the birthday. So this month is going to be June birthdays. And I want to go ahead and give some shout outs, right, to our beautiful people out in the community who said that you wanted me to wish your relatives a happy birthday. So first of all, let's start with some celebrity birthdays. So first of all, did you know that Morgan Freeman has a birthday in June? I think his birthday is June 1st. We have Wayne Brady, Anderson Cooper, Angelina Jolie, Mark Wahlberg, Kanye West, Ice Cube, all of these amazing people, all of these amazing celebrities and legends, they have birthdays in June. But right in our own neighborhood, I have Lori Lancaster. That is my buddy. Her birthday is June 25th. Happy birthday, my friend. We have to go back out on that yacht. That was one of my most memorable, fondest memories. So, my homie Drusilla Morgan. What's up, big sis Drew? And my homie Sade Massey. She has a birthday in June. And she also wanted to shout out her sister Dawn, her good sis Brandy, and also her cousin Tiffany. And right in my immediate circle, actually, a lot of these people are in my immediate circle that I just mentioned. But some people who I really want to shout out is Robin Shine Maddox. Even though you're not saved, it's okay. We still want to celebrate you. We still going to celebrate you, sis. We love you. She's going to kill me for that. We have Dr. Viadra Jackson, whose birthday, I believe, is on June 24th. Happy upcoming birthday. And then we have Wanda Johnson from the Culture Talk Show. She's one of the co-hosts. Shout out, Wanda. We love you, sis. All right. So listen, I asked you all a community question, and the question was, and you guys flooded the comments and my DMs. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all. I may not be able to get to all the responses, but know that I still appreciate it, and I will try to lay it in another show. All right, so the community question was, or what I needed you all to do in the community, I said, share some encouragement for a young black man. Share some encouragement for a young black man. And you all showed up. So I have Jeanette Lewis, who said, be yourself, but above all, love yourself. You can achieve great things. Let nothing and no one despise your youth. You were created in purpose and for a purpose. I have my buddy Carlene Gregory. What's up, Mrs. Gregory? Stay focused and visit other states. I know that last part, visit other states, seemed like it's small, and some people are like, what? But some of our young men have never left Philadelphia. Some of them have never left Pennsylvania. So it's so important to travel and be open to other cultures. All right. I have Jessica T. Palmer, who says, you are loved. You exist for a reason. You are not alone. I have Ishmael Ebo, who said, you are created with the ability to rise above every circumstance life throws at you. The world will try to ensure you to be realistic, but once you realize that imagination will take you to further places than you could ever anticipate and accept, you'll learn to live fully and die empty. Kelly Tia kept it simple. She said, keep your head up. I have Robin Scott Johnson, who said, you are a child of the King. You are loved and worthy of all of God's blessings. Keep believing. Gina Johnson, who said, no matter what it looks like in life, all things are possible if your faith is in the right place. And then I'm gonna do one more from Nicoya Johnson, who says, "Stay focused on your purpose." The one more, and my homie Tamara Bird Sobkow, who says, "You matter." I'm gonna read some more later on because some of these were really dope. All right, so before we really hop on in again to the whole show, I want to start something called a community spotlight. All right. And the community spotlight is anybody who's in the community doing some amazing stuff that I want to surface on the talk show. And today I have my nephew, the one and only Simeon Johnson. What's up, nephew?
What's good? What's good? What's good?
How you feeling, man?
Feeling great. Feeling great. Feeling
Good,
great.
good, good,
Absolutely great.
good. So listen, guys, I brought Simeon on here. First of all, Simeon is an amazing young black man. He has a very unique musical ear, very wise beyond his years. Has a big heart, but when I say he's a bananas drummer, musician, like I mean, this boy is bad. But I brought Simeon on here because Simeon just released an album. Can y'all make some noise for my nephew for releasing this album? Come on, there we go. There we go. That's the noise I'm talking about. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Nephew, did you feel that,
Thank you.
man?
Yes.
You
Much
felt that
love. Thank
love,
you all.
bro?
Thank you all.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So tell us about the album. Tell us what the album is called and what it's about.
Okay. So the album is called Our Ears. It was pretty much a collection of ideas, melodies, and things that me and my brother Zuri Brown,
Hmm.
he was a part of this, and we just were in high school and we were like hungry for it.
Yeah.
So we just basically just started buckling down. All right, cool. Lay this idea down. Started getting into logic, little stuff like that, and
Yeah.
we made all these songs, all heartfelt, um, all meant something, very intentional,
Yeah.
and I've been working on it for years. I'm a perfectionist, so that's why it took so long. But you mean it's out, and that's my baby, and I'm so proud of the work that we did, and
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's out and people can enjoy it. I enjoy it, so it's just like, okay, it's my gift to you. If you
Yeah.
know what I mean, however you handle it, I hope you enjoy it too. You feel me?
Wow.
So that's really what it was. Story from
That's
my heart,
awesome.
both of our hearts.
Yeah, yeah. That's dope, nephew. First of all, it's not easy putting out any type of work that especially artistic work,
Mm,
because there's like a lot of heart, a lot of mind that's involved in it. There's a
yeah,
lot that goes into it, and it can also be very expensive. So anybody who puts out a book, an album, a song, whatever it is, I like that is such a brave and courageous move. So I salute you, nephew. Let me ask you a question.
thank you.
What is there like a particular song, if you had to pick one, is there a particular song on your album that like really resonates with you, and if so, why?
Okay. So I would say, so I got three. So I got three songs that we could possibly pick from, but I feel like my favorite is Cloud Eight.
Hmm.
Cloud Eight, and that's the fourth track.
Okay.
For anybody that wants to know, Cloud Eight was really, really, yeah. It was made at an interesting time in my life,
Okay.
so it was just like just pouring out, just pouring out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I ain't gonna go into it, but yeah, yeah,
Got
I'm
you.
very heartfelt with that one. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Awesome. 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 Thank you for that, nephew. I appreciate that. So anybody
yes,
who's
sir.
listening, make sure when you get that album, you listen, listen to all of it, but pay special attention to track four, Cloud Eight,
Yes, sir.
because you may hear
Mhm.
something beyond what you hear, especially for musicians and for writers. There's always a deeper level of artistry that's almost
Yeah.
spiritual that happens beneath the sound, that happens beneath the instruments. It's usually how the artist interprets how they feel. It's usually how the artist interprets life and reality for them at that moment. And that's kind of what you're hearing right now, my nephew was saying. So, nephew,
Yes.
how can people find you? How can people follow you? And also, where can people get this album?
Okay. You can find me pretty much almost everywhere at Simeon,
Hmm.
SIMEONTJ0.
Hmm.
That's my artist name as well. So
Okay.
if you look that up, all of my music should come up under Apple Music, YouTube, and Spotify and
Nice.
SoundCloud as well. And then my Facebook, my Facebook is Simeon T Johnson. If you want to have me on there for my older folks that don't really like IG. And yeah, my handle on Twitter is Sims0, but I don't really use it. So
Okay. Got you. Got you. Got you. Where can I get the album from? Where's the album at?
the album is on Apple Music,
Uh-huh.
Spotify, YouTube, and look up Simeon TJ0, and it should be all right there. Our ears should
Awesome.
be like a light navy blue picture.
Yeah. Excellent. 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 Nephew, thank you so much for joining us for this community spotlight, man. I love you, man. I appreciate you for all that you do, for all that you've done and all that you do, man. Keep going. We believe in you, man, and we got your back.
Yes, sir. I love you, man. Thank you all. Thank you all for the support and having me. Thank you.
Absolutely. Can we make some noise for Simeon one more time?
Salute to y'all boys.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the Tommy Talk Show. What's up, beautiful people? You are still tuned in to the Tommy Talk Show. I'm your host, TW Suggs, and we are getting ready to hop into this conversation with celebrating and supporting young black men, our young kings. And it's important for us to do that because, number one, I don't feel that young black men are celebrated enough. I don't feel that they're seen enough. And I also don't feel that they're heard from enough. So we wanted to create space to have conversations with young black men. And then also what we have in the room with us is we have some amazing black male mentors who are on the front line. And while I was preparing for the show, one of the things that I said was, that I wrote down was that it's almost like a war for our young black men. And we have some generals with us in the studio today who's able to talk to us about their experiences being mentors and honestly some of the best ways our communities can get involved as well. All right, so with me, for the young black kings that I have with me, I have some dope young men, and I'm going to let you start. We're going to go this way and we're going to come all the way this way. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Noah. I'm from Philadelphia, and I go to Westchester College.
Nice. How old are you, Noah?
I'm 18.
18. Okay, awesome.
My name is Mujahid. 15. Go to West Catholic Preparatory High School.
Nice, nice.
My name is Josh. I'm 18, and I go to Westchester University, too.
Nice, nice, nice. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you. We honor you, and we celebrate you all. So let me ask you a question real quick. So what kind of stuff are y'all into? What are some of the hobbies? What are things you like to do?
I like watching basketball. I'm a Celtics fan, actually.
Okay.
So, I watch basketball. I'm working a lot. Like, if I'm not for the summer, I'm working, making money and stuff.
Nice.
I'm not doing that just with my friends, just doing regular stuff.
Cool, cool, cool. What about y'all two?
I like to play sports, watch some basketball as well. I'm a
Nice.
Thunder fan now.
Okay. Cool,
Yeah,
cool.
and if not doing that, I'm hanging out with my friends as well.
Nice, nice.
I also like watching basketball too, but if I'm not watching basketball, I'm either working.
Okay.
I work at Chipotle. And
Nice.
I do DoorDash on the side.
Cool, cool. Wow. All right, that's good. That's good. So with everything that you all are doing right now, and I know some people may say, okay, it's a little bit premature because they're still young men, but I feel that you already know what you want to do. So like, what goals do y'all have for yourselves? What's something that interests y'all?
Well, right now I'm in school for my major is forensics and toxicology. So I plan on being a CSI after I got to school with that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. What about you two? What interests you?
After I graduate high school, I'm planning on going to trade school for real estate and renovations.
Hey, there's that money up in that camp, man. Cool. I'm gonna be sending my bills to your house, bro. Look here. Here come that Verizon right now. What about you, man?
After I finish college, I plan to become a social influencer.
Nice, nice, nice. So talk to me more about that social influencer. What does that look like for you?
I just want to do YouTube.
Okay.
One summer, you know who Mark Phillips is?
I do not know who Mark Phillips. I probably should, so I'm gonna write that down so I can look him up. Mark Phillips, please forgive me, my friend. I should know who you are, but I don't. Please introduce me. Let me know who is Mark Phillips. Talk to me.
He's a he's a YouTuber.
Okay.
So one day it was like one summer. He just randomly hit on my DMs.
Nice.
I think I posted something. And he just he slid up on my story or whatever. And,
Okay.
he inspired me to do YouTube.
Okay.
He was like, "Bro, I think your stuff is funny."
Nice.
I just told him I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I told him I was gonna meet him one day. So
Nice.
yeah.
Go ahead. Well, it's dope. It's good to hear that. Let me ask y'all some questions, right? So, with everything, so what is life like for you all as young Black men, as men of color? What does life look like through your lens?
Scary.
Wow. So talk to me, unpack that for me. What does
Like cause every time you go home, like me, I get on the L, I get on the bus,
yeah.
go home from school, all that. Every time I get home, I hear another story about how like somebody just got killed or somebody stabbed or somebody just got shot or something like that.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. What about you? What's reality like through your eyes? What are some of the things that you all are seeing? Even with your friends, what are some of the things that you're seeing in your circles? What are some things that you're feeling about what's going on in the world today?
I would say it's definitely just big uncertainty because, like you said, you see something on the news every day about somebody getting hurt or somebody's involved in something
Yeah.
and they're getting hurt. So it's just you never know that could be you. So you feel like you're walking on eggshells. So
Wow.
you don't know what's going to happen next.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
feel like you just gotta stay ready because something unexpected is always bound to happen every day.
Okay.
So that's just how I feel. You just always gotta be cautious.
Yeah. What? So what I'm hearing a lot is safety, and it's funny because that's one of the questions that I was actually going to ask you all, but because we're already here, do you, with what you're hearing, do you feel safe in your communities?
I'm gonna say I don't think it's possible to feel safe in a community where you see somebody in the community getting hurt or injured or something every day. So yeah, that's my answer to that.
Okay, thank you.
I feel as if you get when you get older, you feel less safe in your community because everybody grows apart and all that, and you don't really have nobody's help like cops killing kids and all that too.
Wow. Yeah. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's funny because one of the and this is maybe something that we can talk about a little later as a whole group, because one of the things that again, going to that safety piece, is that, and this is something that I don't think that a lot of people in the community know, is that even though we're men and even though they're young men, we still need to feel safe. And safety is very important for our health, for our viability, for our growth, for our development. And a lot of people, I asked the question on Instagram and on Facebook, and I said, what's one of the biggest concerns or one of the biggest issues that you have with raising a young black man? And a lot of people were saying that I don't want them to get hurt by the police. I want them to know how to respond if they ever get, pulled over by the police. I want them to know how to manage themselves so that their emotion isn't misunderstood as triggering or something that needs to be met up against with needless violence. So that's something that we're really seeing in our communities. So that's one piece. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more today. As it pertains to what you're seeing with some of your friends, right? And some of the things you're seeing going on in school. What are some of the things you're seeing going on in school? What are some of the things you're seeing, not just in your neighborhood, but what's some of the things you're seeing going on in school? What are some of the struggles that you're seeing? I think that's a better way to ask it. What are some of the struggles you're seeing with other young black men?
I feel like people just expect, like, from my point of view, like I'm in college, so I feel like people expect a challenge, like they expect it to be a challenge for black men, but I feel like I'm just as capable as anybody else. So why are my expectations different from everybody else?
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
I see, like, in school, I see not a lot of kids showing up, like just not caring, not having a care for it, because they don't really have the support system that others have.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you.
I also want to say the same thing, but like guidance.
Okay.
I feel like this generation needs a lot of guidance.
Wow. So there's a gap in guidance, you feel?
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. All right, and man, I need to talk in the mic, man. We gotta hear the awesomeness that you're sharing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Y'all dropping some nuggets in this place. I should press that button, right, Pelzer? So let me ask you a question. What's some of the things that, as young black men, what do you need from your community? What do you need from us? So you have 5 black men in here, including Pelzer. If you could tell us something that you need to help you in your journey to becoming the black man, the man of color that you want to become. So, you all talked about some of your goals and some of the things you want to accomplish. What do you need from us? How can we help you in your journey?
Support. Like, that's all you can really say.
What does support look like for you?
Like, always helping. Like, if somebody has an event, go show your face.
Okay.
Somebody makes a book, buy the book, read it a little bit, stuff like that.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I think this really is a good support system, and even like support like that, or even if you need someone to talk to, like you might be going through something, someone you can rely on, know that you're not alone in whatever you're doing.
Got you. Say that again, because your head was going back and forth with the mic.
It's like someone you have in your corner, so you know you're not going through anything alone. Someone you could turn to, someone that may not have the answers, but they're willing to listen to you.
Yeah.
Hear you out.
That was interesting, because I feel that sometimes a lot of adults feel like they have to have the answers.
Yeah.
Right? It's okay to not know, and it's okay just to listen. Wow. What about you?
I'm just having a good ear and going to events.
Yeah.
And just like reaching out more.
Okay. So more outreach. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. So that's for us as, let me make sure I'm watching my time. Okay. So that's for us as black men, but what support do you need from your community as well? Like from your school, what support do you need from schools? What support do you need from the people on your block? What does that support look like?
I feel like in terms of school, just not really like a support system like that, but also what he said, just guidance, because he said a lot of people aren't going to school, and I feel like it's probably because they just feel like no one's there to really, like, they don't have the guidance there. They feel like them being there isn't really going to make a difference in their lives or anyone else's life.
Yeah.
So I just feel like schools need to do more to show that each student is valuable in some type of way.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
With school support, I feel like school should show you like that outside of school, that they still care about you when you're not just in the building, like that you're not just some number on a board or something.
Wow. Okay.
Teachers and principals too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talk to me more about that. What do you mean teachers and principals too?
I feel like as a student, like some teachers really don't care like what you do outside of school. And I feel like if they just like give the student an opportunity like to speak to them,
yeah,
it could really change their whole perspective of like what they think about them and like the whole school system.
Yes, sir. Wow. Thank you, gentlemen, very much. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna go ahead and pull in our mentors in to hear some stuff from their perspective as well. And you audience members, don't go anywhere. We're gonna have a deep conversation, and we want to get to the bottom of this. And we also want to leave with some tips and ideas for you all to take with you, so you can go ahead and know what you can do for our young black men that may be standing on the corner. If you're a teacher, you're gonna leave with some ideas, some thoughts. Right now, you heard the hearts of some young black men. Support is needed. All right. So listen, when we come back right after this break, we are going to pull in our mentors for a deeper conversation. Don't go anywhere. This is your boy TW Suggs on the Tommy Talk Show. We'll talk soon. What's up, beautiful people? We are here at the Tommy Talk Show. I'm your host, TW Suggs, and we are continuing our conversation. Sorry, tongue-tied. our conversation with supporting and celebrating young Black men. And we just heard from some amazing young Black kings. It was amazing. And right now with me at the table, I have some amazing gentlemen who are in the trenches. We have Mr. Vernon Ray.
Yes, sir.
We have Leroy Miles. And we also have Mr. Ronny Sizer.
My man.
Gentlemen, I want you to introduce yourself and talk to us about what you're doing in the community, especially as it pertains to our young Black men.
Cool. So I'm Vernon Ray.
Yes, sir.
Of Creative Mind Productions, which is a production company. We specialize in photography, videography, any type of content creating necessary to push businesses, pretty much. I have a campaign, which a lot of people like to call it a program.
Yeah.
Called Shoot Cameras, Not Guns.
Yes, sir.
CMP. And basically what we do with that campaign is we provide free workshops, mentorship, and we teach entry-level photography and video.
Nice.
You know. So one of the things that I love about that program is almost just like how we doing here. Like we get an opportunity to create that safe space,
yes, sir,
and get a chance to know who we dealing with. That way we can help guide them in the proper ways, you know, as they grow as youth. So that's really that for me.
Excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Leroy Miles. I'm a running leader for Black Men's Run. Also a mentor and running leader for Students Run Philly Style, which is a program that is based out of Philadelphia that started using mentorship through distance running. So we hold the kids accountable for goal settings and accountability.
Yeah.
I'm also an IT professional. So do a lot of stuff in the community, working towards our third year as a hood-to-hood run series with Black Men's Run.
Nice.
Where we go through all the neighborhoods where we have a motto where we run where most don't.
Wow.
We bring the youth Philly gun violence awareness to all the neighborhoods that have been affected by gun violence.
Yes, sir.
Amongst that, I work sometimes as a public speaker with different high schools within the community.
Yeah.
Talk to the students, try to meet them halfway, and let them know that they do have someone here listening, supporting, and trying to set up a blueprint so we can get through, you know, the stereotypes in society.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Thank you.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Ronny Sizer. I am the career and technical education teacher at Benjamin Franklin High School for the school district. I'm also a career and technical education teacher for Community College of Philadelphia. And we run our own program in the summer for adults and reentry for people coming home from jail,
Yes,
people
sir.
trying to change their career. I'm the varsity basketball coach at Ben Franklin. I'm a man of many hats, but it's all for the youth and the people of Philly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Gentlemen, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having
And
us.
not only
Thanks.
thank you for being here, thank you for the sacrifices that you are making in our communities. I realize that a lot of people complain about what's going on in our communities, but there are not enough people who are grabbing bricks, who are grabbing shovels, who are grabbing the mortar to help us build, and help fix what's going on, right? Thank you, sir. Who are able to help build and help us fix what's going on. Let me ask you a question, then I'm gonna cross the street to shift the gears a bit. What made you all say, out of everything that you could be interested in, what made you all say, hey, I need to help out these young Black men? What pushed you, or what inspired you to go in that direction?
I guess I can start that off. I was tired of losing family members and friends.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that pushed me to start in the campaign, Shoot Cameras, Not Guns, I had just lost two of my younger cousins to gun violence.
I'm sorry.
And they were actually learning how to be photographers, actually following me around to events, just being mentored by me, just having somebody in their corner to listen. That was a good point that y'all made.
Yeah.
Because all he was looking for was somebody to listen and somebody to guide him.
Yeah.
And you know, I just took that task on, even though I knew he was a hard-headed guy.
Yeah.
I just knew if I spent enough time with him, he'll come around.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, man, all that was taken away. You know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
was just murdered senselessly, you know, over a situation that ain't even had nothing to do with him. Wow. And they shot him point blank 3 times in his chest and murdered. Took him away from all 4 of his kids.
Yeah.
And I was at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But before him, it was another younger cousin. He was only 20 years old. And this was just out of just a small argument on the block.
Yeah.
I'm talking about they hit him in his head maybe 2 times and stood over his body type of thing. You know what I mean? And it was broad daylight. People, the some of the other guys on the block was like, yeah, I'm glad he did. And they should have did. It was crazy. It was video out about it and everything. But to witness those things, I remember walking to the casket with my son. I'm gonna be quick. That part right there changed my entire view on it all. I said, yo, something got to be done. I cannot let this be my son. My son was 16 at the time. He about to be 18. And ever since then, man, it was just, I always thought and felt the need to change the way the mindset was and creating opportunity, stuff like that. But
yes, sir.
It was coming too close to home.
Yes, sir.
Something had to be done. And I just wanted to make sure that people around me, you know, saw that by me leading by example. That makes sense?
It does. It does. Thank you for sharing that.
I can actually piggyback off that. Same thing. You know, losing people, losing family, burying family members that didn't even get a chance to live their life.
Yeah.
And as you know, nephews came along. It changed a lot.
Yes, sir.
I stayed in these boys' life from the day one, Jefferson Hospital to right now.
Yeah.
And the structure that I put to them, they see their uncle doing something that's motivating, that's inspiring, that's something they can say, listen, my uncle's doing something out here in the community to other people who are not related to him.
Yeah.
You know, to help them out.
Yeah.
Because those things that we can say that we had some mentors back then, but they faded because no one had their support.
Yeah.
Now you see it in the form now where you say, okay, a person like myself, this man here, this young man, you know, we all do the same type of work.
Yeah.
And we talk and can network and communicate.
Yes, sir.
And now they see something that's more powerful than they saw ever before.
Yeah.
So the job was me losing a cousin. His birthday's coming up. Antonio Walker Jr.
Wow.
He was in the Penn Relays, first year in, first place 4x4, and lost his life senselessly in Southwest Philadelphia.
I'm sorry.
So that's what sparked not only me to push even more, to know that I have my nephews, I have a niece, I have godchildren.
Yeah.
You know, I want to let them know that the legacy I'm going to leave here is going to be something motivating, something they can actually keep piggybacking off of and work with. And I have connections now.
Yes, sir.
Because people see me do the work.
Yeah.
You know, the action over words is all what I do now.
Yes, sir.
I'm not going to be the one to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. I'm going to show you. I'm going to set this blueprint, and we're going to work through it together.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Man, that's crazy. You guys got some amazing stories. Mine isn't so amazing as theirs. I want to put that out there. I'm just a regular machinist, you know, making parts for the Navy and medical field.
Yes, sir.
And went to the school district for my daughter's high school fair. And I snapped on them for not teaching the kids the trades that we were making money on.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I had an offer letter in my email a week later.
Yeah.
And things just blew up from there, man. Everybody seen the good work I was doing with the youth, and everybody just started calling me.
Wow.
That's nice.
That's nice, man.
That's a heck of a story.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, hey, that's still a story, man. Hey.
Some courage, man.
Right. Courage.
My man.
Thank you all for sharing that. You know what I mean? I don't feel that enough black men get together to have those type of conversations.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And I think that there's a misconception about us black men. And we're going to talk about that later on in another June episode. That, you know, we are strong. You know, we are leaders. You know, we are lions. But at the same time, we're still human. We still have a spirit. We still have a soul. You know what I mean? So thank you so much for sharing what you shared. So you three were in the room while our three young kings right here were sharing what they were sharing. What's some of the things that surfaced for you? Like, you know, wow, you know, I didn't think about it from that angle, or, you know what, he said something that I'm seeing even to this day. What are some of the things that surfaced for you while these young men were speaking?
Man, I could start that. We were just talking when you were on commercial break, and me being at Ben Franklin High School, the kids are not showing up to school.
Wow.
And he said that, and it's like, look, I got more jobs than students.
Wow.
$1,000 a week when they graduate high school. Woo. But what do you do when the kids don't show up?
Yeah.
What do you do when you talk to the parents and you say, yo, I got them a summer job, $800 a week, and they say no? Mm-hmm. What do you do, right? So we're having, like they said, no support from home.
Yeah.
No attendance in school.
Yeah.
And it's really a barrier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for that.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
Definitely heavy. Yeah, and I definitely agree to that because going inside a lot of the schools doing public speaking, when I go there, they talk about me.
Okay.
Right? They know, okay, this is what success looks like.
Yeah.
But you don't know what goes on behind the scenes, how I got to this success.
Wow.
And they don't have teachers and mentors and anyone else in the school saying, listen, behind the scenes, this is what I had to do.
Yeah.
Sleepless nights.
Yeah.
You know, working 2-3 jobs.
Yeah.
Trying to maintain a home.
Yeah.
Paying my bills. I got to make sure my tuition is paid.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm able to stand here and tell you that it is a way.
Wow.
Without that support, there's nothing. And they touched on a lot of things. Most of the time, I talk to a few kids. The whole time I'm talking to those kids in an auditorium-based setting now.
Mm-hmm.
Out of about 40 of those kids, half of that auditorium was not even paying me any mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir.
And that comes from the fact of home.
Yeah.
But the other part of that those kids,
yeah,
they clapped for me. Because you know what? Wait a minute, we found somebody finally. And if I can continue to do that and start bringing more people on, that's what's going to make this happen. It's going to make it work more because they got to see that.
Yeah.
The jobs, the trades. Like I have a conversation with a kid all the time, and most of the time it's like, college ain't for me. I never said you had to go to college. I say, what do you have planned? What does high school look after 12th grade for you? What does life look like after high school for you?
Yeah.
Whether it's college or trade. Before I started college, my father was teaching me trades.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm an IT professional. But listen, I can put up a wall. I can put up a roof.
Sir.
I can lay a floor down. I change my own bricks.
Yes, sir.
There it is.
Yes, sir.
So I still get my hands dirty. I can show you how to do that and make some money. And if I don't have the resources, I know who I can tap into.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Savvy.
Yeah.
Some of the things that stood out to me was about the support system.
Yes, sir.
Listening. Teachers doing more. Teachers, principals, and just personnel at the schools, period.
Yeah.
Doing more outside of the school.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Helping these kids understand that they are special. Like that is so huge.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like we try to think about this solution of how can we get their ear, or how can what's the best way for us to communicate with them, to talk to them. We just gotta shut up sometimes.
Wow.
And just listen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then formulate what that plan looks like to communicate with them in a way that's gonna be effective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we talk just to be heard and not talk to have effectiveness and what we're trying to get across.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? Because the idea of it is not for them to just like a robot, move off of a command, but be able to make sound and just decisions for themselves.
Yes, sir.
Does that make sense, y'all?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all listen to me?
Y'all sleep? They're like, yeah, Uncle Vern, yeah.
Right. That's pretty much what it's like with my nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
They be like, oh, you always preaching, but y'all gonna thank me for this when I'm gone.
Yes, sir.
Because I'd rather say it than not say it, and then you think about it later and it click when you need it. You understand?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't hold back. I still preach.
I know that's
on
right.
To them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gonna hear this. Y'all gonna
Same.
walk with this and put this in your pocket. Save it for later.
Yeah.
Like that little piece of candy when you was little. Say this for
Say
later.
this for later.
Right at the right time too.
I want to share some stuff with you all in reference to what the community was saying. So I asked the question, what are some challenges you face with raising a young Black man? All right. I have a good friend of mine, Ife Turner. She said, keeping him alive while the world is trying to unalive him. Teaching him how to manage, control, express his emotions without appearing as a threat. I have Donna Still, who's a very dear friend, who says keeping him physically safe and buffering the mental and emotional trauma inherited because of his skin color. I have Andre Wright. Andre, we got to get you on the show, buddy. Saying having to have the conversation about how to interact with the police. I have Naomi Kia Handsome, who says keeping his head up long enough to not make self-destructive choices. And I have Trev Reese Williams, who says, I have a 10 and 12-year-old. Modeling what it looks like to be a man is an everyday mission. I have Charles King, who says, I think it's hard growing up in this day and age with so many influences from social media, video games, etc. I think our Black boys and our Black men are being targeted, especially in social media and marketing. And then I also, there's somebody else, I can't remember his name, but he mentioned the breaking generational cycles. Like men in his family were kind of spoke sharply and harshly to him, and he found he started doing the same thing to his nephews, and he had to step back and say, okay, what's going on? How do I address this? Let me apologize and let me change direction. I just want to share some of the stuff that the community was saying in reference to some of the challenges that they're facing with addressing and working with some of the young Black men. Out of everything that I just shared, what's some of the things that, you know, that's standing out to you? What are some of the common threads that you are hearing? How are you feeling about some of the stuff that that our community is saying about raising young Black men?
I can reach on that. One that stood out to me the most is having that conversation with the police.
Yeah.
As you know, like over the years, things has really took a turn.
Yes, sir.
You know, itchy trigger finger.
Yeah.
To trying to realize that did I do something wrong when I'm trying to do something right at the same time?
Yeah.
Those conversations are hard because you don't know where their mindset is.
Yes, sir.
That can trigger any individual.
Yeah.
You know, whether you're the citizen or the cop.
Yeah.
But having that conversation is just one thing to me. It's like, do you say something or say nothing?
Yeah.
Which one is going to get me the bad part of this?
Yeah.
Because if I don't say anything, then it may give a rise out of the cop.
Yeah.
But if I say something, watch your mouth, you know who you talking to.
Right.
So now, which way do you go?
Yeah.
And that's a hard thing to swallow, that, when, especially for a young man.
Yes, sir.
You know, to pull up to, the cars. Like, for me personally, from experience, yes, I have gotten pulled over in my entire life.
Yeah.
With officers.
Yeah.
But I don't say much.
Okay.
You know, license, registration. You know, they would get mad at me because my stuff was legit.
Yeah.
Right? I don't say anything, but they try to find something.
Yeah.
Okay. But I don't say anything. I just, okay, you asked for this, this is your goodie.
Yeah.
You know, having a conversation where I had not recently, but when I was at my old company, I had a company vehicle.
Yeah.
I was coming out of Phoenixville, I actually got pulled over. From sitting in the shoulder too long and try to merge over.
Okay.
They pulled me over.
Wow.
This officer came to the car, talked to me. He asked for license. I said, I just want to keep in mind, sir, this is a company vehicle.
Yeah.
I know the registration was going to match my license.
Gotcha.
No.
Yeah.
But his partner pulled up alongside and had his hand on his gun already, but I seen at the rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Thank God I had someone on the call with me. It was on speaker, but I was also recording all the situations that was going on just in case something happened.
Yes, sir.
When I asked him, "Do you need my work ID?" he says to me, "I didn't ask you for that."
Yeah.
Okay. 5 seconds later, where do you work at?
Yeah.
Here you go. Now I stopped talking because now you wanted me to say something smart.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to have a technique to think about what's going to go on.
Yes, sir.
So that's what stood out to me, that you have to make a rash decision, but also now is ways to save yourself.
Yeah.
Because when he told me, keep in mind, you're being recorded. I say, well, you also are being recorded. This is a company vehicle, and if anything does happen between now and the next 5 minutes, they know what happened.
Yes, sir.
And if you try to pull it off of here,
wisdom,
it's already recorded in the cloud.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. What about you both?
For me, building the young men up while the world's trying to break them down.
Yeah.
That's like really what I see every day.
Okay.
They're coming in my class, and you're building up their confidence. You're telling them how bright their future is going to be.
Yeah.
But then they leave and they go home to the block.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the block doesn't really show that promise.
Yeah.
Sometimes the
almost
kids,
like undoing what you just said.
Sometimes the kid's home life is the negative effect.
Yes,
you know what I'm
yes,
saying?
sir.
With the parents not being home, not being visible, or sibling, or whatever the situation may be. And then they come back to school the next day, and you got to build them back up.
Yeah.
You are a star. You are a king. You're going to make it. I promise you. I got you.
Wow.
And you send them home. So that constant fight
Yes, sir.
all year round.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That's a very interesting dynamic. Thank you.
Yep.
What about you, Vern?
I guess I'm gonna be quick with what I'm gonna say. I typically, and we talking about just like a solution-based situation, right? How we, find a solution to help them think different, do different things. Correct?
Okay.
I'm coming from it from an artist standpoint, right? I try to find a way. First, I connect with them with what they're familiar with.
Yeah.
Right. Then, I show them other things outside that mental box that they can potentially be doing.
Yeah.
Right. And the rumble, the way that they can rumble that go home is when they are with us, just molding their mind to think outside that box, because mentally that's how you get taken out of the physical, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was stuck in a box living in North Philly for so long.
Yes, sir.
Mentally.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything outside of it because I was afraid to see what was outside of it. Mentally, my mental didn't allow my physical to take that step over those lines.
Yeah.
So when we in these workshops and we talking and I'm getting to know them and I'm talking to them about the stuff that I did and all those things and then I'm showing them what saved me and what inspired me and who inspired me.
Yeah.
And then I'm giving them that hands-on experience of, hey, no, turn it this way.
Yeah.
And do this. Now look, watch this. See what you can get with that.
Yeah.
Now I'm giving them that crack in the door is opening a little bit more outside of that box. Now they are curious.
Yes, sir.
It's like, okay, well, what's on the other side of this?
Yeah.
They step out that box and they see it's a plethora of things, a whole new world outside of that box.
Yes, sir.
So when you go home, instead of indulging with the people that are doing the same things that depress you and bring you down, now you looking for other people that pour into you and make you thrive and drive. You like,
Yes,
yo,
sir.
you know what? The person that's always sitting on the step, I see him might be playing a guitar, he might be making, music or whatever. Let me go see what they talking about now. Because before you ain't never see him because you was living in the mental box.
Yes, sir.
All you saw was the depression around you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're curious.
Yes, sir.
You okay with stepping out the box. You become a little more and more comfortable. And I always say the little steps will still get you there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Small steps still get you there. And
Yes,
it's
sir.
okay to take your time. It's okay to be curious. It's okay to want to do something different.
Yeah.
That's the part we got to really push in their mind.
Yep.
They so used to doing what they see instead of doing what could potentially allow them to do something different.
Yes, sir.
That's the simplest way that I can break it down for y'all.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Yo.
So listen, and when we first started the conversation, we started to talk off with our young black men, getting their perspective and hearing some of the things that they had to share and some of the things that they were seeing from their perspective through their eyes, because that's a lens that many of us do not have, and it's a lens that many of us do not always invite to the table. Then after that amazing conversation, we had a conversation with our OGs, the men who are on the front line, who are supporting these young black men moving forward and digging in the trenches. But I want us to have a talk around I want to talk about solutions. So if we were given a year to figure out a solution to help out young black men, what would that solution look like? What would be some of the more important components of that solution? And the thing is, we need to hear from everybody in the room. All right. And we don't have much time. We only got about 12, probably more like 10 minutes, because I want to give you all time to say where people can find you and whatnot on social media.
Gotcha.
But if we were the architects of a solution right now to help young black men in Philadelphia, and we were given a year, what does that solution look like? And what will be needed for it?
For me, I'm trying to work on that solution now, working with the Office of Governor Josh Shapiro, the Pennsylvania Department of Education, and hopefully our mayor-elect Sherelle Parker.
Nice.
Yes. So we are trying to create a CTC center for Philadelphia.
Sweet.
So it's like our young men here who don't have a CTE school will have a center, and we're trying to use Germantown High School, where we'll bus kids in during the day.
Yeah.
They'll go back in the afternoon and take their afternoon classes. Then we'll bus the kids who took their morning classes in the afternoon.
Yeah.
They'll go back after evenings will be all adults.
Nice.
Right?
Yeah,
so we're trying to use the trades to change it. And I truly believe that if you give these young brothers an opportunity, they're going to shine.
Yeah.
No matter what that opportunity is, they're going to shine. So we just want to flood them with opportunities.
Yes, sir.
And
yes,
if we could do that, man, we can make a difference.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you. I'm going to pull on one of the young people now. One of our young kings. Come on. If we were creating a solution, and y'all were at the table, what does a solution look like?
I say like a community center or something like that. Like
Okay.
more of those.
Yeah.
So like where kids could go, like how they said, after they build them up in school, when they go home and they get tore back down, they don't gotta go straight home. They can just go to the after care and just chill there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So like almost like a spot, like just for respite, so that whatever they're learning in school from any supportive adult, that motivation, that it continues before they hit the house. Yeah. All right. What about? Come on. What's up? What's the solution?
For me, my brother and I, ever heard of Police Athletic League, PAL?
Mm-hmm.
So I think more stuff like that, especially like even more money going towards rec centers and parks, because a lot of the violence is taking place like right in the parks and the rec centers. So I think it's just something that needs to be done, that they feel safe within the community. Don't have to go anywhere out of way, just so that they could feel safe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was gonna say just have clubs.
Okay.
If you don't feel like going outside the house, like we could like throw stuff on Zoom,
Yeah.
Discord, and just like talk about like what's going on right now. Like
Yeah.
like how are you feeling? Like what
Wow.
you think like you could do? And
Yeah.
like find a solution.
Yeah.
Just like work together.
Nice. There's something interesting that you said that I think kind of ties into what you were mentioning and also ties into what you both do in the community as well. Because what he mentioned was for people who don't want to go outside, for young people who don't want to go outside, leveraging technology, right? But then the other part that he mentioned was being able to say and express how you're feeling, to have that safe space to say, listen, I'm struggling, or listen, I just need somebody to listen. You don't have to have the answers.
Yes.
I just need somebody to listen right now. You know, so what are you all still thinking about the architect with the if we were creating a solution, especially based on some of the stuff that they said and some of the things that you all are doing, like what Mr. Sizer was saying with the work he's doing with Sherelle Parker and the other offices. What does, after you heard them, what are some other solutions that we could do or implement?
I'm gonna say this. After hearing everybody speak, you know, it should be a streamline of all of those things. And whoever's listening, you know, and you have the power to make these things happen, pay attention.
Yes, sir.
Because this is it. Like these things that are being mentioned are all things that can be put into place, into additional systems that we can start implementing. From the smaller side of it to the larger side of it. You know, the people that have the power to do these things really understand that whatever you can do is especially if it's towards the solution, man, is appreciated. One of the things that I would suggest is definitely more listening.
Okay.
You know what I mean? More listening and being able to again provide those spaces, man, for that type of support. Because outside of anything that we do with our hands, anything that we do to learn whatever, if we ain't right up top, then we not right.
Yes, sir.
And we have to start also incorporating the parents in these type of exercises.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Because without them at home, who got the closest relationship with them and see them the most, you know what I mean? If we don't start encouraging and empowering them as well, how are we even expecting to get anywhere with their children?
Wow. Yes, sir. You said something that was dope. You see, even beyond, you know, teaching them the stuff that's really like, you know, textile or really hands-on, sometimes it's just the listening.
Yes.
So anybody who's in the community right now who's listening to this podcast or this YouTube or anything else like that, you don't have to have like a crazy skill set. Just be available, have integrity, and just listen. Just listen. Just be that safe space and just listen. What about you, Leroy? I almost called you Lance. That's Leroy's real name in case anybody want to know.
So, you know, me and this man always go back and forth at the old job. You know, it never stop. But yeah, I can say, man, to piggyback off of everybody, you know, again, I go to these rec centers that are shut down. And I talked to the state rep in North Philly, which is Donna Bullock. I'm close with her. So I do a lot of things with Pedal for Peace and certain things of that nature. To try to get the community involved. You know, because you have to see people. You know, you can talk about that, but you have to see the vision now. I'm going to actually show you the vision because we got to be out there putting the boots out there to the streets. The other part about it is that I always speak heavy about getting these rec centers back up and running.
Yes, sir.
There's nothing for kids to do outside of school.
Wow.
Why we got rec centers and buildings just sitting there rotting. And then the kids used to be in. I walked into a rec center and saw all the trophies and the stuff they did in the community. They had projects for kids to do. And that was all gone because of lack of funding.
Wow.
We talk about money. But when we do get this money, where's the money actually going? So that's the question.
You just made somebody mad right there, Leroy.
So my thing is, and I can speak on it. I've been in many town hall meetings to listen to the same stuff over and over again. And the same people that complain about it are the same people that are not doing anything. But they'll applaud me for taking my action and putting out there in the streets.
Yeah.
So I want to have a safe haven for all the young people.
Yeah.
I want to have them here that can talk to somebody that went through some like past life experiences.
Yeah.
Because my whole motto is, in order to beat the stereotype, we got to stop becoming that stereotype.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So how can we do that when we don't have the support from parents at home,
Yeah.
the support from peers and folks in the community,
Yeah.
and even from our state reps and anyone else?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't follow through if we don't have any support from them, because we got to talk to them to get the money to actually do what we need to be doing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wow.
That's real.
Yeah. 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 Thank you all for that. Where? Ah.
I just want to say one more
Yeah.
thing.
Go
real
ahead, man.
quick,
Go ahead, Mr.
real
Sizer.
quick.
Yes.
Brothers like us, we got to share each other's work. You
Of
know what I'm
course.
saying?
Yes,
And
yes,
that's
yes.
what's not
That's
happening,
what's not happening,
right?
too.
So
Wow.
when he
I
says,
agree with
oh,
that.
there's no place for these kids to go after school, when they leave Sizer, we got places for them to go.
Yes,
we got
sir.
young men
More
for them to
resources.
be with.
Yeah.
So I need to
Resources.
promote more of their stuff to my
Yeah.
kids. Urban Youth Racing School is doing black kids, trying to get black kids into NASCAR.
Yeah.
You see
Sir.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you know,
Yeah.
your kid is,
Nice.
you tell him Sizer, and he's good. That's my people's, right?
Yeah.
But listen, seriously, if
Yep.
we as black men promote each other more to the youth,
Wow.
we'll take their schedule, because what they say, idle time is for
idle
the
mind.
devil's
Playground.
playground.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Idle's
Yeah.
mind is devil's
Yeah.
playground.
Idle- yes,
so we
sir.
can't let them have the free time on the block.
Come
No.
on.
We can't let it. We can't let it happen.
Yes, sir.
You leave school, you go to his program.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the weekends, you're at his program.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday, during the day, you're at my
Always
program.
got
something.
All you
Got
do is go
something to
home
do.
and sleep.
Wow.
Yes,
And when
sir.
you get them like that, even if not, get a job, young man.
Come
Yes, sir.
on.
Work at Rite Aid.
Come
Work
on.
at, one of y'all say y'all work at Chipotle, right?
Yeah.
There it is, right? So that's what, 25, 30 hours a week. He's
Yep.
not in the way.
Right.
Mhm.
He's out of
Right.
there.
And if we
productive.
can do more of that, man,
Yeah.
you're talking
Yeah.
about changing.
Ain't no
Oh,
doubt.
Yeah.
man.
That
And
is-
it's simple.
It's real simple.
That's simple stuff right there. That's all low hanging fruit.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yes,
Because you-
indeed.
you save a
Oh,
lot of
man.
lives.
Say a lot of lives that way. And I can
Yes,
say
sir.
this
A
too.
lot of lives.
That was one thing I should have touched on too, because again, we do have similar things, and we have the thing about it is we all do different stuff, but it's the same mission.
Yeah.
Same mission, absolutely.
So that if we can connect with that same mission, like you said, me and Vernon, we same neighborhood, same high school,
Yeah.
and we still doing stuff now that they didn't think we could be able to do.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now they know us not just in North Philly,
Yeah.
South Philly, Southwest, West Philly, and the thing about it is more powerful is that now I'm connected with you,
Yes, sir.
you, and
Yes,
this
sir.
connection. I'm bringing people in now.
Come on.
And I'm the person to say, listen, I'm going to listen to the young people. I want y'all to talk.
Yeah.
That's my first thing I said when I came into the school.
Yes, sir.
Let me know what's going on. So now, instead of me asking the questions, y'all ask me the questions. What can I do for you?
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
Yes,
Because
sir.
now I'm setting a goal and accountability for you, and I'm going to have you set it for me as well.
Mhm.
Come on.
So I'm going to walk you to school. I had a young man that was acting up in school, the elementary school,
Mhm.
our old guys.
Yeah.
We just had a conversation.
Yeah.
He went through his moments. I went right to the office.
Yeah.
So when I was done, I said, I'll tell you what, we want this conversation right now, but what you're going to do is you're going to give me like 30-second planks. Then we're going to go upstairs and sit down with your teacher.
Come on. Right.
Once I
Yeah,
got
get
him
with
with
it.
tears out of his eyes
Yeah.
and we started talking,
Yeah.
I walked him back up them steps.
Yeah.
And you know what the teacher said to me? Thank you.
Come
Mhm.
on. Yes,
He
sir.
got his books and his computer and sat down. And I said, don't worry, man. I'll be back.
Yeah.
He got my number now.
Wow.
I got you.
Come on.
Locked in.
That's
Show them you
important.
care,
That's
man.
it.
Yeah, that's
All you
what's
got to do
important.
is show up.
You care.
Show
Show
up
up.
and show out.
Show up.
That's it.
That's it.
Listen, we got to close out. Oh, man. So listen, here's what's going to happen. We're going to have like an official part 2. This is like
Okay.
part 2.5, but like we're going to have like an official part 2
Yeah.
where we dig even deeper into this conversation, because our young men and our communities and we as black men, we need this as well.
doubt.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
This love that was in this room
Yeah,
was
heavy.
crazy. So listen, I want you three to say where people can find you on social media. I'm not going to do that for y'all because y'all are minors and I don't need nobody on y'all pages. This is what black men do for each other. We cover y'all. This is what we
Yeah.
do. All right. So if anybody come up in y'all DMs, you tell Uncle Vern, Uncle Tom, Uncle Leroy, Uncle Ronnie, and we're going to go ahead and smash them. All right. All right. Cool. So Vern, where can people find you, man?
Real quick, this is Vernon Ray. You can find me on Instagram at All Money Shots, also at Shoot Cameras Not Guns CMP. You can also find me at www.shootcamerasnotgunscmp.com. And that's that right there. That's the only platforms I'm on right now.
Yes, sir. That's
Google
enough.
too.
Whoop.
Google.
I'm
Creative
about to say
Mind
Creative
Productions.
Minds.
There it is.
Creative
I'm
Mind
about to
Productions.
promote him myself.
Yeah, man.
I know all the hell. Because he know mine.
Go for for it. That's on you.
All right, this is Leroy Miles. You can find me on IG, Aku28. That is capital AKOO 28. Facebook platform, just Leroy Miles. And also you can find me on at BMR_.phl.
Nice.
Amazing, amazing. So you can find me on LinkedIn at Ron Sizer. That's where I do a lot of my stuff that I do with the students. Facebook, Ronny Sizer, and Instagram and TikTok is Super Sizer, SUPA. Super Sizer.
Hey, I know that. Yo, he said you're going to remember this name by the time we finish this conversation. Yes, indeed. So listen, gentlemen, thank you so much for being in the room. We really appreciate you, man. I have to tell you, I love y'all from my heart. Thank y'all so much for coming in. It means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Young men, I love y'all as well. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your perspective. We appreciate y'all. All right, so everybody, that's the Tommy Talk Show. Go ahead and stay tuned. Well, actually not stay tuned because that's the end of the show for right now. But go ahead and look at our other shows on YouTube. All right, and you can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at TW Suggs. We are affiliated with the Culture Talk Show, and we are on the P3 Christian Radio station and on iHeart. And we are at the Combos Lounge, and we are being produced and engineered by the one and the only Keith Pelzer. I'll talk to you all later. This is your boy TW Suggs, over and out. Peace.